Chaos in the house. Smitty moves in Quint. The house had just started adjusting to Smitty's erratic behavior when he made a grand announcement over breakfast one morning. "I'm fixing to solve all your problems," Smitty declared, chomping on a cold, half-eaten slice of pizza he'd found on the counter. Doug raised an eyebrow. "You? Solve problems? That's a good one." Smitty ignored him and continued. "Y'all are about to meet the best roommate this side of the Mississippi. He's a gristle expert like none other. You're gonna love him." Nerlin, still bitter about losing his bedroom, looked suspicious. "Who are you talking about?" Smitty grinned. "My old buddy Quint. He's a legend. Fixin' to move him in today." The arrival of Quint. By afternoon, a rickety old pickup truck pulled into the driveway, groaning under the weight of a massive figure. Quint emerged, shirtless, his greasy hair sticking to his scalp and his too small cargo shorts, exposing an alarming amount of plumber's crack. He was munching on what looked like a fried turkey leg dipped in mayonnaise. "Hey, losers!" Quint bellowed as he waddled up to the house. "Name's Quint. This here's my kingdom now. Where's my room?" Doug couldn't help but smirk. "You're a piece of work, huh?" Quint grinned, revealing a mouthful of yellowed teeth. "Better than you'll ever be, McMahon," he said, pointing a mayonnaise-covered finger at Doug. "Yeah, you look like Vince McMahon, just fatter and dumber." Doug narrowed his eyes. "Did you just compare me to a pro wrestler?" "Bet your gristle-stirring butt I did," Quint said, smacking his belly. "And don't you worry, I'm the real expert in that department now." The house in chaos. Quint quickly turned the house into his personal domain of disorder. 1. The kitchen. Quint immediately claimed the fridge, stocking it with jars of pickled gristle, tubs of lard, and questionable leftovers he borrowed from a buffet dumpster. His favorite snack was deep-fried Spam covered in canned cheese. 2. The bathroom. The bathroom situation deteriorated almost immediately. Quint clogged the toilet daily with what he proudly called his world-class dumps, leaving Nerlin to deal with the aftermath since I'm fixing to supervise, not plunge. 3. The living room. Quint's favorite spot was the living room couch, where he sat shirtless, watching wrestling reruns and loudly comparing everyone in the house to various wrestlers. Doug, definitely a second-rate Hulk Hogan. Lorne, you're like a broke-ass Ric Flair. And Nerlin, yeah, you're the Brooklyn Brawler, useless. Tensions rise. Nerlin was the first to crack. One night, after Quint ate the last of Nerlin's emergency pudding cups, he exploded. "You can't just eat other people's food, Quint." Quint leaned back on the couch, scratching his belly. "I'm fixing to do what I want, nerd. Besides, you eat like a bird. You need some real food in your system, like my bacon-wrapped gristle loaf. Want a bite?" "Absolutely not," Nerlin yelled, storming off. Lorne wasn't far behind in his complaints. "This guy reeks. I can smell him in my room, and the walls aren't even connected." Doug, however, seemed amused. "Honestly, I kind of like him. He's like a wrestling encyclopedia that smells like a sewage plant." The breaking point. The final straw came when Quint decided to host his own gristle-tasting event in the basement. He invited a handful of equally bizarre characters, including a man who claimed to be the world's foremost Spam sculptor and a woman whose talent was deep-frying entire turkeys in a single vat of grease. The house was filled with smoke, stench, and grease splatters for days. Even Doug, who initially found Quint entertaining, finally had enough. "All right, Quint, you're fixing to either shape up or ship out." Quint snorted, wiping his greasy hands on the couch. "I ain't going nowhere, McMahon. You'd miss me too much." A rocky coexistence. While nobody wanted Quint in the house, it became clear he wasn't leaving anytime soon. Smitty, of course, took Quint's side in every argument. "I'm fixing to say this loud and clear. Quint's family now. Y'all better get used to him." Doug leaned back, arms crossed. "If he's family, then I guess that makes this place the world's weirdest wrestling ring." And so, the chaos continued, with Quint's antics testing the patience and noses of everyone in the house.